This episode was recorded in front of a live stream audience. Join me at gaming.youtube.com/The Jessa Channel. I am here with another episode of The Last Express. This is my favorite game of all time, and I hope you have begun to see why. It is chock full of historical detail. It is beautiful. It uses rotoscope in which they filmed real actors and then colored in the frame, every frame by frame. So much work. This game came out in 1997, I think, or 95, 97, I think. And it's by Jordan Mechner. And it did not sell well at the time for a variety of reasons, but it's become a cult classic in the adventure game community. And there are a lot of people in chat who are joining us here, and a lot of people who've been coming to the Last Express live streams. So I'm really happy to see them here. If you want to join us for a live stream, the live stream calendar link is in the description below. Also, today our host is Nantuk, one of the 5 mascots that you can become a patron of, and you can see the rest of them behind me over there, a patron of on Patreon. And the link is just below my face here on the webcam screen here. Anyway, so I want to say thank you so much for all of you guys who are here. Please give that stream a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And oh, Angel. Angel says, does anyone else like it when she giggles when she says I'm Jessa? I do all the time. I giggle a lot. I mean, just even today I'm not feeling that great. We had kind of a rough start, but I still am a happy giggler. I giggle. What are you going to do? All right, so we're going to head on into the game, and we're going to be traveling. If you'll remember, in the last episode, we arrived in Munich. One of the two interesting things happened during that arrival. One was that the ammunitions that Herr Schmidt, otherwise known as Creepmaster Flash, because we all don't like Herr Schmidt. He's creepy McCreepmeister. Anyway, he brought his ammunitions on board, so we need to convince him that we have the funds for that somehow. I don't know how, because we're dead broke. 2, a strange man, English, talks a lot, came on board. Very curious, asks a lot of questions. We need to find out more about who he is. And 3, I said there was 2, but I remembered one more. We have been, there has been a concert. There's going to be a concert by Anna playing the violin. And we're going to crash it because we weren't invited. Okay. All right. So let's dive on in to the game. Continue. So this is just after Munich, and it is now morning. Here's that man, actually. That's actually Herr Schmidt, otherwise known as Creepmaster Flash. These two here, this is Tatiana. She is the one who translated the poem for us, The Firebird, which I ended the last episode reading that poem, if you guys remember. It's a poem for children, and it's pretty interesting, translated from the Russian. And I saw Heather in here, but then she dropped out. I don't know where she went. Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on and get myself acclimated again to the train. And yes, I have a stuffed animal on my shoulder, and you should have one too. Nothing going on in the dining car right now. These two are done playing their game, so we are going to...
Pardon me.
The conductor. So let's see what trouble we can get into before the concert. She's standing right here. We could go in here, but we already went. I'll show you.
My compartment, please.
But of course, mademoiselle.
So the way we were able to sneak in here because the conductor was busy opening the compartment for Mademoiselle Tatiana Obelinsky, something like that. And Also, to guide us through the story, I am using this strategy guide, which I highly recommend because this story is, you can miss so much. Now you can just replay it over and over again and find things. But for the purposes of this Let's Play, to kind of remind me as to where we are, I have this strategy guide. So, what it says here is we need to play Catch the Beetle. Get that, we've done. Read Rebecca's compartment. Read Rebecca's journal, which we've done in the last episode. But also, I'm going to move this to a side of my desk where I can get to it easily. There we go. So there's not much going on here. There's not much we can see, so I'm going to leave here. Uh-oh. Oh! He's going to take the dog now.
Excusez-moi, madame. Je suis vraiment désolé. But we have received a complaint about the barking.
Oh no.
Of course, for you, we have always made an exception. But now that the passenger has complained...
Excuse me.
Must he go to the baggage
This is the new man who entered, the
What can I do?
stereotypical English gentleman.
Oh, mein Kleiner, sei nicht traurig. Es wird dir schon gut gehen im Gepäckwagen. Komm her, mein Schatz. Oh, na komm.
Forgive me, madame.
You make sure he has plenty of water. He really doesn't like the baggage car.
Of course, madame.
Oh, look at the little guy. Oh. See how he walks? They even had a real dog. Just like with the case of distress. Okay, and there go the two women leaving their compartment. So we could take a moment and spy in their compartment or spy in different people's compartments. Let's see. They're here. So I'm going to do this again because we did this at the end of the last episode. I know, the puppy, you guys. So,
Dear friend, last night my seductress allowed me to sit by the side of her bed for a long while and brush her hair. How happy I was. Her embrace pulls me into a dream, far away from my old, upholstered world. At last, und revienti, in this fragile, rattling old box racing into the future.
so I can't really change. This is a very simple game. There's not volume controls, so hopefully you can read along. But she was talking about her seductress. And, but the good news is that the dog being out of Mademoiselle's apartment means that her compartment means that we can sneak into it, because before that dog was not having any of it. I'm not going to read too much of this. I read some of it before. It talks about our fellow travelers.
Bonjour, monsieur.
But I'm wondering if this is
Yes?
eh.
Who is it?
She's still in her apartment right now, so we can't sneak in. So let's head out here. The conductor luckily didn't call us on that.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, monsieur. Oh, this game.
Excusez-moi, madame.
And here comes the conductor to speak to us, hopefully, I think.
Excusez-moi, Monsieur Whitney. Prince Kronos wishes to invite you to a concert in his private car. Madame Wolf will play the violin.
And he wants me to be there.
Oh yes, monsieur. 3 o'clock. His Excellency was most eager that you should attend.
Well, finally, an invitation. You know, I and Nantuk felt very left out of the proceedings. Nantuk and I were like, you know what? I was like, Nantuk, we were not invited to the concert. And he was like, And I was like, It was so wrong on so many levels. But now we have an invitation. And it's at 3 p.m., so let's check the time. Here comes Madame Wolf to prepare. Let's see if we can talk to her.
Excuse
looks like-
me.
Pardon me?
No, we can't. All right. So he's also
Excuse me,
left his
madame.
compartment.
Right away, monsieur.
So it's about 25 minutes to 3. And hi MJ. MJ, look, it's Nantuk. Nantuk is kind of shaky. I don't know why. He just is. It's part of his personality. I think he's got like early. It's mostly because he's kind of losing his stuffing around his neck. So if you hold him still, he just sort of. But as cute and darling as he is, trust me, he is a major troublemaker. Right? He's like, no, no, I don't make trouble. Okay, so everyone's getting ready to go to the concert. But we have a couple quick moments because Madame Wolf just left. He just left his compartment as well too. So there's a couple things we need to do real quickly here. Yes, we're gonna crawl around on the outside of the train yet again because it's what you do. Don't try this at home, please. For the love of goodness, do not try this at home. Okay. I was looking to see what he might have going on here. Doesn't seem like anything, but I thought I would look. It is important. The reason why I keep looking there is because I feel like he's up to no good and I want to find him,
would you lock my door, please?
I want to find him, you know. And by the way, if the conductor comes in and says, hey, what's that? I'm just going to say we cut ourselves shaving. Like right across the jugular.
There you are, monsieur.
Thank you.
Yeah, they learned, Volest, that was a problem, and so...
Whitney. The merchandise has been loaded onto the train. I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. I want to see the gold.
Our agreement included delivery of the arms in Belgrade. We're not in Belgrade yet.
Herr Whitney, since I boarded this train, I have begun to feel that things are not as they should be. If you can reassure me, I intend to get off in Vienna and take my merchandise with me. Guten Tag!
I love his face. He's like... Robert Cath, the character we're playing, is just like, Fine then. You take your merchandise and you stick it where the German sun doesn't shine. If you're German, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. Okay, so I want to backtrack though. Well, 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes to get to the party, so the other thing I want to do really quickly here. Hey, you little brat. Yeah, you had no excuse for you, kid. Hey, Mr. Jessa. Mr. Jessa, if you're watching, this is the time. The part of the, See, he's paying attention. Block his view. Block his view. Doggone it, she locked it.
Excusez-moi.
So we need to be able to get into this.
Excuse me, Monsieur Whitney.
His back is turned, but we can't. It's locked.
My compartment, please.
Of course, mademoiselle.
Thank you.
So the first order of business is that we need to find a key.
It's easy for you to say that now. Now that I have nothing to go back to. That's not my fault. You weren't told.
What I'm trying to do is.
Pardonnez-moi. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Doggone it, he came up with me too soon. So too much is happening too soon, but I'm trying to get a look at his sketchbook. I'm trying to get... There's a lot going on in this train. So let's rewind a little bit. Oh, Heather, I'm glad you came back because I saw you here earlier and then, you know, you disappeared into a poof of smoke. And I said, hey, where's Heather? And you went, I don't know. How am I supposed to know? And I was like, you know what? Don't you give me lip. I'm not having it. Oh, jeez. I am beginning to think that I'm losing my marbles. I'm beginning to think because I've taken to live streaming and talking to Nantuk. Nantuk is the kind of guy though that you just want to, you know, look at him. He gives you lip. I mean, he does. He's so cute. And then you tell people that he's giving you lip and they go, he doesn't, look how cute he is. And they don't believe you. And then they realize that you're talking to a stuffed animal. And then they think you're crazy because it's probably true. And Chad is used to this, so they're like, psh, ain't no thing. You're gonna have to do better than that, girl. If you want to do cray-cray, if you want to be crazy, you're gonna have to do a whole lot better than that. So, here comes the conductor. What I'm trying to do is get into Anna's compartment. And also, which we can't do because it's locked. But I'm also trying to show you one thing, and I'm going to wait until he stands up again, because he has a sketchbook. You can see him working in a sketchbook. It's actually pretty neat, and we're going to get a look at it before we go to the concert. The concert starts in 10 minutes. Valesta is saying she talks to pets and objects all the time. I do too. Okay, so he's standing up here, so I'm going to take a moment.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
I love the way they talk. I swear I love this game. Let's see, I'm just trying to get a hold of this. There we go. Okay, so let me look at this really quickly. So as you can see, he does sketches. I just wanted to show you this. Ah, crap. Is that it? That's the only sketch he has? Well, oh, no. They go back. Okay, here we go. So here's the arms coming on the train. There is some people there. Oh, see. So over time in the train, while he's up from his chair, use the opportunity to look at his sketchbook. There's actually, I don't know about clues, but it's a great way for getting, it's another small detail that wasn't anything they had to add to the game, but it just is really cool to be added to the game. All right, we have arrived in Linz. If you know where Linz is on this, we are in Austria now. It looks like we've just crossed the border into Austria. So if you know where Linz is, let me know in the chat. Or on the comments later on. You can always let me know in the comments.
Excuse me.
You know, I don't like what you're up to, dude. You creep me out. You stop looking at me. Who are you looking at? Okay, I think it's time to make our way to the party.
There you are, monsieur.
Thank you.
But I really want to catch him in his nefarious doings.
Pardon me?
Okay, so everyone's heading to the party, so we don't want to be late. It'll make a bad impression. Also, I'm going to take this moment to grab,
Right away, monsieur.
if I can, this. Does that give it to us? Oh, it does. This is something that I recommend getting in the first night you're on the train. It's very helpful. I also learned something new after all these years of playing this game. And when he notices it's gone, he'll go,
Oh merde, où est-ce que je peux le mettre?
He just said something rude in French. And since we're standing right here, let's try to turn around and look a little bit more innocent. But the reason why I wanted you guys to get this is because if you get stuck in the game, this is basically the game's in-game hint system. One of the things that I learned is that they're having fun talking in chat. It amuses me. I'll look down and they're having a whole conversation. If you click on a person's name, not only does it give you a little bit of an update to their voice.
Why don't you make it sing?
It will also give you clues to kind of get an idea of where you need to go next with the character if you get stuck in the game.
The merchandise has been loaded onto the train. I want to see the gold.
The last thing that happened with that character, really important.
If Vasily Alexandrovich suffers, it's because of his own guilty conscience. I only spoke the truth.
How dare you?
Таня, подай мне нож. Я вырежу его сердце и скормлю волкам.
Dedushka! Oh, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Vasily Alexandrovich.
We went through that scene.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
That's all he has to say.
What were you writing all morning?
Just my diary.
The French are so funny. Madame Caillou seems to become a sort of national heroine.
Shall we say 3 o'clock?
I shall count the minutes until then.
Tyler was to sell it for gold to buy the guns from the German. If the German finds out that we have lost the gold, everything is lost. You must tell him that we have the gold and that we want to buy the guns.
All right. So, yeah, that's basically, there's one more person here. Kronos.
Do you have the Firebird?
Kronos has his own special train. He's going just to Vienna. So it's past 3. I'm going to scoot back. You won't lose what's in your inventory, I believe. I'm pretty sure you won't. Let's see. I'm right. No, you won't. So let's head on into the concert. This part of the game is really special. I will not be talking during the music.
Well, you know, in such a moment, there is no time to waste.
I'm sorry, my grandfather didn't go to
Yes.
me. Oh, he's not feeling very well.
We're
surrounded by
before
enemies.
I
I think
was
you're being
married.
cold. Oh.
Looks like they are starting.
No, it's
Shall
better
we sit
if I
down?
stand. May I sit
Sure.
this way? I can
This is
see
really
when I'm
delightful.
further.
Miss Tatiana,
Yes,
are you
that's
comfortable there?
Thank you.
Oh, Count Oblensky is still not feeling well? A pity. They are starting.
Okay, so I'm going to skip that cutscene for a minute because I'm going to raise the volume, and I'm also going to raise the volume in OBS, which means we're going to lose the game for a minute. But it's pretty important because some of you are having trouble hearing the volume, and also I really want this music to be a little bit louder than my voice, or close to my voice level. So I'm going to quit for a moment, bring myself back up on screen, and then I'm going to quit the game for a quick minute. And I'm going to raise the volume of the game level a little bit so that things will be just, let's see, let me check here. Get my voice level up to about here. There we go. And get the game level to about there. So that should do. Let me know how things sound. I'm going to take us back, and I'm going to open up the game again. I'm going to take us back to the game settings here, and we're going to watch this whole cutscene. I skipped some of it, but it's pretty important, and the music is so beautiful that I really want you guys to enjoy the concert, okay? Thank you, Dent Face. Thank you so much. I hate saying Dent Face. It sounds like I'm saying something rude, so that's why I usually call you Dent. Okay, so let's head back into the game. Oh, that opening sound. Oh, I love it. All right. Let's go back, rewind a little bit, and we'll head back into the concert. Hopefully things should be a little bit louder and a little bit clearer.
Well, you know, in such a moment, there is no time to waste.
I'm sorry, my grandfather didn't go to
Yes.
me. Oh, he's not feeling very well.
This
We're
is
surrounded by enemies.
before
I
I
think
was
you're being
married.
cold. Oh.
Looks like they are starting.
No, it's
Shall
better
we sit
if I
down?
stand. May I sit
Sure.
this way? I can
This is
see
really
when I'm
delightful.
further.
Miss Tatiana,
Yes,
are you
that's
comfortable there?
Thank you.
Oh, Count Oblensky is still not feeling well? A pity. They are starting.
So as nice as it is to listen to this concert, there's quite a lot that we need to do during this concert's period. So I'm going to take us out to the main menu. The concert will continue. Unfortunately, we're going to be unable to hear all of it because we're going to be spying like crazy people. So let's Munich to Vienna. Let's head on into the concert because at this point we need to get the master key. Max gets the boot. We need to get the master key. And because her door is locked, we're going to need to find a different way to get into her room. During the concert, we're going to listen to the music. One moment, please. Yeah. So, how are we gonna? We need to slip into Kronos's private compartment. So, first thing we're gonna do is go back in and listen to the music. But we can also look around. We can attempt to talk to people during the concert. We can just be annoying. You know, basically be like rude. But here's Kahina. Standing at attention at the door. We're gonna wait a little while. Enjoy the music. Did you hear a door? I heard a door. Well, it doth seem that certain people have made their way, to other areas of the train. Let's see if we can figure out what she's doing. We can get a close-up of him playing the piano. Looks lovely. And a close-up of Anna. But what we need to do is somehow we need to get out of here. So we're just gonna stand up quietly behind everyone. We're gonna turn around and we're gonna take our way out of here and find out what she's doing. Girl, what you doing? Get out of my room. I know you in my room. Stay out of my luggage. You tell him, stay out of my luggage. Okay, so we need to do some spying. And let's do that. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna head on in here. I can smell her perfume. I smell that bergamot. Uh-oh. His blinds are drawn. Well, we're not gonna see anything that way. We'll keep working on him because we're gonna see something eventually. I hope. All right, so wait, no, not that's my own compartment. I'm not in there. Okay, and oh, here comes the conductor. Perfect.
Pardon
Kahina. Kahina, you lying dog.
Bonjour,
you.
madame.
So what we need to do is, ooh, we timed that the wrong way.
Ladies are at the concert, monsieur.
Crap. Back up. One notch. Not that far. Oh, crap. I'm sorry.
Where did you know?
I'm gonna skip this. We have to go through this again. I apologize. Kahina. We'll get a close-up of Happy Dude. The violin playing is fantastic. Unfortunately, it got a crap load of copyright problems. So what you're waiting for at this point is just after we hit, just after a little bit here, you're gonna hear a door open. Celeste, you're funny. To be honest, I have sat through all four parts of this numerous times. If you're not careful, if you sit there for a while without moving, he'll fall asleep. I just heard the door. I'm sorry, I was talking over it, but I heard it. So, we're gonna stand up, turn around, and make our way out of here real quick. And Q yelling at people to get out my business. It's hard to imagine it, but I'm actually a college-educated woman. Girl, get out my business. What are you doing? You see him? He was trying to get in there too. He was trying to get into Anna's room. He was just looking at the door. Okay, so now what we need to do is wait, because Kahina's going to come back in just a minute. We need to wait for someone to block. Ah, you. Okay, so he moves. Now we're in. And you can tell we're up to Nefarious Deeds now because the music, the Nefarious Deeds music plays. I love that music. All right, so the only way we're going to be able to get into her compartment is to do, you know, what heroes do. Climb around on the outside of the train at 60 miles an hour. Because who would do that? We would. That's who. Okay, so we need to do this quickly. Let's close the window because it's chilly. And spy like nobody's business. Because it's our business now. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at this. This is Anna and her brother, maybe? Much younger version of her. So what we're looking for is the master key, but we're also just looking at her business because, you know, we can. Music. More clothes. Don't you love this traveling box? Isn't that cool? Stuff like this doesn't exist anymore. It's gotta be hidden somewhere, girl. Give it to me. Aha. This is important. I write to you with respect to our discussions of Monday last, of which our friend in Vienna has been informed. We have for some time been aware of Herr Schmidt's activities as a supplier of arms to the Balkan powers. Although his dealings, insofar as they are not inconsistent with our own objectives in the region.
Évidemment, sans les ouvriers, il n'y aurait pas de guerre.
The conductors are having a conversation. The way the game works, as I've told you many times, it's in real time. Their real time. So this is happening at the same time that we're in here. We can't be in two places at once, because we're only human. So if we want to hear their conversation, we need to replay this part. Not sneak in after we've done this already. And listen in. But I'll let you do that when you buy the game, which I encourage you to do so. It's available on GOG for $6, you guys. $6. Come on. Anyway, although his dealings, insofar as they are not inconsistent with our own objectives in the region, have not been hitherto aroused our official interest. So there's a lot of blah blah, so I'll summarize it. Basically, as always, we trust you, madame, to act in the most absolute discretion in this affair, and to honor the confidence of which His Majesty's imperial government has placed upon you. Basically, long and short of it, Anna Schmidt is a spy for her government. And so they're keeping an eye on Herr Schmidt. They also know about the Serbian army general with ties to the Black Hand. They know about the Black Hand. They probably know about Tyler Whitney as well, too. So you can now see why Anna Schmidt walks around with a big old revolver and a big, fat, nasty dog. To sum that up. So we found that letter. Let's go back up here.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Morgwin. Look at Morgwin rocking the mod. I love it. Rocking the mod stuff. Okay, so let's look in here. This looks like the kind of place somebody would put a key. Maybe there's some sort of secret switch. I honestly don't remember. I'm pretty sure there's a secret switch here. I'm just trying to remember. Without breaking down and looking at... I swear there is. Aha! Ha-ha! Yay! I remembered. I haven't played this game in 2 years, so it's been a while. But the first couple times I played it, that really stumped me. Okay, so let's see what else there is to look at. A hat box. Look at that. You know, I love the classy way that people traveled back then. What is that thing called? That luggage that we just looked at? Is it called a portmanteau? You can look up. Sometimes you'll see something on the luggage rack. Doesn't look like she has anything in this room. So we can look down. And that takes us, so we have what we need. We now have the master key. This is huge. It means that no part of the train is off limits to us anymore, as long as we can sneak in there. So the key is huge. So that means that we can head back in to the madame's apartment. We'll close the window because, you know, don't want to leave a trail. Okay. A portmanteau is a coat rack. It's just a trunk. Oh, okay. I just love how, oh, look at this. Blast, a review of the Great English Vortex. Just a quick note here. I want to pause so that time doesn't continue. Once I've mentioned this before, but everything, right? Everything in the game is real, from real history. So Blast is probably a real publication. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. In the last episode, in chat, we discovered a lot of things that I hadn't actually heard of in the game. I mean, I hadn't put two and two together. Even the newspaper that's in the salon can be read each day with new articles because it's a fresh paper. And everything in those articles is what is actually happening in the time frame we are in. And to clarify, we are in the 4 crucial days before the European powers called a start to World War I. And Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated. This all ties into that crucial time period in 1914, June 22nd through June 26th. So now we need to sneak out of here. If anyone in chat wants to Google Blast 1914, see if it was a real paper, I bet it is. All right, so the good thing is that you can just walk out of a compartment. He won't pay you any mind, but if you try and walk into one. So now that we have the key, we need to use it to get into Kronos's private car. To do this, we're going to have to do some, we're going to run out of time, so we're going to have to do some rewinding. I'm rewinding more than I ever did when playing the game privately, simply because I want to show you who are watching.
Started, but please, go ahead.
Thanks.
So now we need to figure this out. So I'm going to take a moment to pause again, because I'm trying to remember. There's a way. There's a way to sneak onto the top into Kronos's private salon. So we need to do that. And possessing the master key it says here in the strategy guide. Possessing the master key opens a whole new world to you in the last express. Previously inaccessible compartments now open with a simple click. That is, as long as the conductors don't see you. Before we start snooping in more sleeping car compartments, let's have an outdoor adventure. So, in order to do that, we need to somehow get into his car. We can't just walk through the room where everybody's having the concert. So let's head in. Let's turn around this way. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. This way. So we are now at the end of the train. This is Kronos' car. Let's turn around. If you remember, this door was locked shut. But we love climbing on trains that are traveling at gazillion miles an hour. So let's open this bad boy up. Woohoo! Feel that fresh air. Smell that steam, cold steam stuff. stuff. And we're going to climb up on the top of the train because we're total, excuse my language, this is family friendly, usually badasses. All right, so here is the front of the train. We can tell by the smoke. Look at the graphics in this game. Every once in a while I just stop and just have like a complete like joygasm. All right, we need to go through Kronos's. So there's this here. That's the baggage car and back. There's this window here. The only way in is to break it. So you can, and also neat little touch. Watch this, listen. It's hard to hear, but when you go down, you can hear her violin. Listen. It's very subtle, but you can hear it. Okay. Oh, Heather is saying that she remembers the Blast publication. She did a paper on it in college, that it was real. That's awesome. Joe and Morgwin are modding for me today, and they're throwing links in to different historical things. That's awesome. Okay, we're just gonna do this, you know, the indelicate way and dive in. Because if Kahina can look at our business, we can look at hers. You know what I mean? Okay, so we have a lot to look at here. Let's first of all, oh, you know what? This is, I'm gonna have to mark this as not family friendly because that is distinctly not family friendly. Lots of really expensive art. A rug here. Can we move the rug? I think there's no point in covering up the glass because they'll feel the gigantic, you know, wind tunnel from upstairs. But somewhere here there's something, there's a hidden switch we need to click on. Let's see what's over here. Ooh, papers. He has hired some detectives to spy on Monsieur Tyler Whitney. And he was spying on us, Monsieur Cath's domicile. He was spying on us. He knew about our existence before. I'm gonna summarize. This report covers the movements of Monsieur Tyler Whitney from 8 p.m. Wednesday, July 22nd, 1914 to 8 p.m. Thursday, July 23rd. It basically says where he was staying. He ordered a carriage. He spoke to Cath. It seems that he, Robert Cath, wow, we should hire a private detectives more often. Boy, do they get the dirt on you. It appears that Robert Cath is the man who since Monday last has been sought by both English and French police in connection with the murder of a policeman in Belfast. Now, if you remember, we have that here in our inventory, right here. And we have that from day one. So yeah, we've been up to nefarious goods. It gives more information, which is very interesting, and I invite you to read it when you play the game. I read it all the way through, twice probably when I first played, because I loved every detail. But the basic point is that we have been followed by a detective, and so Kronos knew all about us before we ever came on the train. We weren't fooling him at all. Let's see if there's anything else though. There's that, there's that, there's that. Let's see. Ah, here we go. This is important. This is from an art dealer, it looks like, talking about a Chinese egg. Circa 1650, which has been in the past few days shown to be to certain art dealers in Paris. Tyler Whitney, an American gentleman who's acting as an agent for the true owner. So that's what this whole story is about, this egg that was stolen. All right. Uh-oh. The concert's over. Crap. We better rewind. We're going to need more time. Because after the concert, he'll come in on you and, well, it's not pretty. Okay, so we're going to rewind. That should be enough time. That's going to take us here. And we can now move, turn that off because it's not family friendly in the slightest. Go backwards this way. There we go. And keep reading. So we've learned that Tyler Whitney, this is more background information for us. This is documents about him trying to buy the egg from Mr. Tyler Whitney. It seems this is important. Mr. Whitney's entire demeanor seemed to have undergone a transformation from the previous day. Whereas the first time we met, he had taken a piece out of its case and shown it to me with a casual air. Today he seemed nervous, smoking one cigarette after another. I thought perhaps he was afraid of being robbed, but this hardly explains the inconsistency of his behavior. So Tyler Whitney knew that something was wrong with that egg, that it had some secret that he didn't know about the day before. Where he found it out, we don't know, but hopefully we'll learn that. Mr. Whitney is, this is all talking about meeting Tyler Whitney on the train. So once again, this is everything here to see. It basically shows us a little bit more about Kronos. However, there is something pretty important that we have to do here. We need to find a, find out where he's hiding his gold and steal it from him so that we can give it to the German man and buy the guns from him. At least I think that's what we're doing. So unfortunately, I'm going to have this not family-friendly stuff on screen, unfortunately, because we need to look closer. Aha! Now, yes, I did know where this was, and it took me a while to find it the first time, but spoiler alert, there's a little button right here that opens a case. Look at this. He's so rich that he has his own private rail car, and it has its own safe in it. This dude is spanking rich. Let's help ourselves, shall we? Ooh. First of all, I'll have that dress and this dress and that Rolls Royce and that car, and I'd like to get my afro done, but just take a little bit off the top if you would. And let's see, then my hair, then my nails, then we're going to Paris, and then let's take this. This shall be ours. Thank you very much. Time to go. Okay, so we need to go out again. How do I go? Oh, I tried the first time I did this. Exactly, Joe. Joe, you know what? You do that all the time. You're like way ahead of me. Joe is super smart. She comes in and she's just like, oh, I know. And she's never played the game. She'll be like, oh, I know how this is going to go down. And then she says it and I'm like, and then she's right. So unfortunately, we cannot just climb back up out of that glass. You know, I tried. I wasted like 5 minutes trying to climb back out again. You can't. So basically what you need to do is you need to walk out and watch this. Check this. Hey, beautiful. So the concert's going on here. And let's see which ways are which. I get turned around in these small hallways. So this is how we're going to walk out. Watch this. Oh wait, nope. The other way. I told you I get turned around in these places. I think it's this way. We have a key. No. I apologize if I put us back in the right. Oh, there we go. So check this. This is how you walk out with gold you've stolen. Like it's nothing. You just take the briefcase and literally just walk out. That's more or less how you do it. In case anybody was wondering. So, isn't that awesome? I was just like, you can't, the game is no way the game is going to allow me to just walk out with this gold. And sure enough, it does. I mean, what are they going to do? They're in the middle of a concert. What are they going to do? Okay. So we now have some gold.
Pardon me?
We need to get rid of it though. Because we can't, I mean, like, what are we going to do? So I think we should go give it to the Serbians, maybe? I don't know. To be honest, I don't remember what you do right here. To be absolutely honest, I haven't the foggiest, so I'm just gonna guess.
Yes? Who is it?
It's me.
Sorry.
Oh, well, we can't. So what are we gonna do with this gold? I can just walk around with it. I think we, oh, wait, no. We could hide it.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Pretty sure, though, that wherever we hide it, she's gonna find... Okay, first of all, we're gonna try and hide it here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see. It's a pretty dumb place to hide it because... Okay, so it's not... This is where I thought I'd put it, but, you know, she'd find that in half a second. So, let's think this over. I'm gonna ask you in chat. And then, after we hide this briefcase, we're gonna take a break. But... where do you guys think, among the whole train, where do you think we can hide this? Any suggestions? Joe says in the bed. So let's try that. It's not allowing me to open the bed right now. Normally this will turn into a hand symbol. It's not going to allow me to do that. Okay, so this, you guys are amazing, and particularly one certain person is amazing. Joe, did you remember that from the Let's Play? You honest, you tell me, you fess up, girl. Otherwise, you're some sort of gaming genius. For a person who doesn't play games very much, you're some sort of freaky genius. So I'm going to pause for a minute. So the answers that we have in chat so far are, in the bed, which we tried. Put it under the bed. We can try that too. Is there a loose floorboard? Probably not on the Orient Express, Kayla. They probably checked for that. Valeste is saying on top of the train, as does Ralph on the roof. And Joe is saying with the dog. My, but that is an interesting suggestion. Ooh. So in my purse. Well played, Jasmine. Well played. Jasmine is like, I believe you can hide it right here. In my bag, which I'm soon about to upgrade to a Prada bag. Kirian's like, in my bank account. Joe, I don't know, Joe. You're freaky. You're freaky about that. You really are. Okay, so first of all, let's try hiding it under the bed. I don't think you can hide things under the bed. You can see that the game's trying to show us to put it someplace. If you could hide it here. Oh, you can hide it under the bed. Okay. So, we could play this through. I'll leave it up to you in chat. Do you want me to play this through and just put it under the bed, or do you want to try and hide it with the dog? I will tell you, just as a little hint, that it's, you know, there's no way that Kahina and Kronos are just going to let us get away with that. So if we do this, she's going to come right in here, and she's no idiot. She's going to see it. And, well... So should we fail state this and see what happens? Or should we hide it with the dog, which has a much better chance of success because Kahina already said in a previous episode that she is afraid of the dog and is uncomfortable with it. The dog doesn't like her. If you guys remember that. She said that earlier on. Joe is saying, throw it out the window! Okay, so the chat is pretty much unanimously saying that we are not complete idiots. So we're going to take this back. And wait, no, give me that back. Give me back my loot. Okay, good. It scared me. I was like, shoot, that's my gold. Give it back. All right, so let's just walk casually down the train like nope, nothing going on. So the trick is, even though we have, I'm going to double click. Remember that you can double click to quickly go to the end of a train car. Oh wait. Well, there is, I think, maybe one more place that is possible. We can't do it now. There's somebody, the conductor's right there. However, it is, I believe, a possibility for you to hide it in his room. I could be wrong on this, so try it when you buy the game, when you play the game. So that brings us into the car here. The car is empty. So the problem is that we need to wait until the conductor is coming through. So we might have to hide it somewhere temporarily. Since everyone's at the concert. Yeah. I gotta think this through. And Joe, Angel suggested throwing it out the window. Oh, okay. Clayton says dog. Clayton comes in, he says one word, devastates us all with his genius. And then he leaves. So in the strategy guide, it says some of the wrong moves you can make here, and there are numerous ones, and it's pretty fun to make them. So So we need a couple. We need the gold. We have the gold, which we need to hide. The strategy guide is not being clear here. Vienna is nice this time of year. Buy the train. Pay the conductor off with half the gold and then hide the rest with the dog. That's a great idea. I'm glad you like that, Clayton. Unfortunately, that does not work. So, the problem is that we're a bit stuck here. There's the dog. We can hear the dog. But we have to get by the conductor. I know. Maybe if we turn this way and open this, maybe we can hide it in here? I mean, I think it's not allowing us to look down so that we can hide it under something, and there's no baggage, there's no place to hide it here. That dog is gonna drive me nuts. Poor guy, he's ticked off. Okay, so I think what we're gonna have to do is we have to stash it somewhere temporarily.
Monsieur, can I help?
Uh-oh. Wait. There goes the conductor. He's going to call something. I don't know what, but it doesn't matter. So let's go. Boogie on, reggae woman. Let's hide this gold. Ha ha. Hey, little guy. Uh-oh. Okay, small problem. Oh, wait, he let us go. Oh, he let us out. Oh, he just, okay. I love him. See, he's just unhappy. Who would want to be in that little cage? That's awful. Okay, here we go. Can I put it in here? Can I put it in here? Oh my gosh, what do you mean I can't put it in here? There's the gold. Oh no, you guys, I can't put it in here. Oh dear. Can you imagine having to stay in that thing with the loud... Oh, how poor thing. Okay, well. You guys wanted to see a fail state. There it is. I didn't do no good. Now he's just happily running through the train. We can just imagine him running up and down the walls, the different area of the train. So, yeah. I think he'll run back to her compartment, and the conductor will put him back. Okay, so yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, dog?
Monsieur, can I help you?
Yes, I wanted to get something out of my suitcase.
The baggage car is off limits to passengers. Suitcases cannot be opened during the journey.
Not even by you?
The baggage compartment is sealed, monsieur. In this way, passengers on the Orient Express are spared the inconvenience of customs checks. Now, I really must invite you to return to the passenger car.
I love the way he speaks. So, I love everything about this game. So, okay, so we still have the money and, yeah. So somehow we need to stash the money somewhere. And I think in this way, our best option is to try, Count Obolensky. Ooh, the conductor's gone. Yes, I don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. So because he's sleeping here, I'm thinking that this is where we need to hide something. Let's try, because, you know, Kahina is going to be less likely to kind of go in on this, you know, sneak in on this guy. So let's try hiding it in here, okay? Well, what is that? And who put that there? I don't know. I don't know. You might think I'm just, I don't know. I just love doing this. It's just so funny. They're tripping in chat. They're like, hi, Mothering. Welcome. We're having a lovely time. Here, Mothering. Here's Nantuk. He's going to give you a kiss. There. Well, what have we here? Okay, so it's not going to let us pick up. This part, I will admit, is a little annoying. It's not going to let you pick up the egg because you have the briefcase in your hand, and for some reason you're not like, you know, Homo sapiens with two hands that work, and you can put one thing down and pick something up and put the other one, you know. So we have to get rid of the suitcase first, and then get this, and then bring the suitcase back. It's a little tedious. It's the only thing that if Jordan Mechner happens to watch this, Jordan, I love you. I love your work. You're amazing. But this part sucks. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I told Jordan Mechner off on in a live stream. I did. I'll do it again too. So still got to dump this briefcase. So let's do a little bit of rewind here to give us some time, because that concert is gonna last forever.
Monsieur, can I help you?
I'll skip this. Skip this. Let's boogie down, Reggae Woman, and head down the hallway again. And at this point, I'm just moving a little bit quicker to save us some time. Nope, I don't want to sit down and have dinner. I want to get out of this joint. I'm not hungry right now. Thank you very much. As soon as we hide this and take care of this puzzle, we're going to take a break.
Excusez-moi.
That's true. Clayton is saying that the briefcase requires 2 hands to carry because it's full of gold, and that's a good point, I have to admit. Now, however, this is just a little bit tedious making us hide it like this. It's not really necessary, but it's you know, no game is perfect, and I would say that this little part here is like the one part I don't like. It's not the best part. I wouldn't say I don't like it. It's just not the best part. Okay, so what we need to do is this boy is walking up and down the compartment courteously for me. Oh wait, he's still gone. Yes. I don't know where he's gone to, but I don't care. Okay, now we take this.
Just be quiet, mademoiselle. I looked in about an hour ago. You were sleeping.
Oh, she's back.
Have a good afternoon, mademoiselle.
Crap. We're gonna get caught in here. Uh-oh.
Ах, так это вы мне приснились. Не берите. Может быть, она у вас запоет.
Huh? What? W-U-T?
Just a minute. How did you get in there?
Shh. Monsieur Oblinsky is asleep. He mustn't be disturbed.
Yes, monsieur.
Yeah, he mustn't be disturbed. Let's book it. So, we need to hide this egg. And since I just happen to know, because it wouldn't let us hide the money, we need to go back here and do the whole thing where we wait for the conductor again. We're probably going to run out of time, which means I may have taken too long to do this, which means that we'll after the break we'll run through this sequence again and do it a little bit quicker, because this waiting, if we put everything in our compartment, it's going to be stolen. And since the concert seems to be over, the minute it's over, Kahina's going to make a beeline for our butts. Clayton's like, girl, get out of there. I'm getting. I'm expecting. I'm the first man. Science is a miracle. We can have a baby. Stick it up under our shirts. So we can't just stand here. We can't just walk around with it. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'll end this episode here. And in the next episode, we will come back in and complete this part before Vienna, which Velez says is beautiful this time of year. If you're still awake, Velez, I'm talking about you. And then we'll move on. The story really speeds up once you get to Budapest in more ways than one, you'll see. But yeah, this has been another episode of The Last Express, my favorite game of all time, and I hope you are enjoying it as well, too. I want to thank so much Jordan Mechner, who did not give me a key, because it was in 1997, and I didn't have a YouTube channel, but I bought this game with my cold, hard-earned gold that I carry around in a briefcase. And I bought it from GOG, which is the version I recommend you get. There is a version on Steam, which is enhanced edition or something. Don't get that version. I bought it and I returned it because it takes away so many of the little things that really add to the story. Like, for example, if you open a window on the train, it took away that train noise. For some reason, it's dead silent. It's very weird. Don't get that version. Go ahead and support GOG, Good Old Games. It's $6 there. And yeah, I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. For those of you in chat, hang out with me because we're going to go to break and come back in. But in any case, yeah. Hit the thumbs up button below, and if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here as we continue our gloriously luxuriant ride upon the Orient Express to Paris to Constantinople in the next episode. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye! See you in the next episode. Bye!